Now going over to the business blunder of the day, you have a Honda Civic Type R and Acura Integra Type S recall, among other Hondas as well, which, yep, not great. When your top of the line vehicle is recalled, you didn't do, I mean, granted, a lot of these vehicles share components, but you didn't do extra scrutiny when you're selling your most expensive, fancy, awesome, cool vehicle. A little disappointing. This is brought to us thanks to Road and Track, specifically Emmett White, who's a writer over there. Says, quote, Civic Type R and Integra Type S among 1.7 million U.S. Hondas being recalled for a steering issue. Honda has received more than 10,000 warranty claims related to the problem. Terrible. Now here you can see the iconic, I think it's iconic, the Honda Civic Type R sells Acura, which they're much more subdued compared to the previous generation design, which, I don't know, to me, I wish the new Civic Type R was just a little more aggressive over the standard, Civic and, Civic Si. I get to understand the concept of a sleeper, but it's tasteful. But to me, I wish they were just a little more angular, a little more unique. But that's just me. Now, they say, quote, Honda's top-of-the-line vehicles are among 1.7 million vehicles across the United States subject to a recall after thousands of reports regarding steering problems with the automaker's vehicle, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Specifically, the issue originates from the steering gear worm wheel. Pressing that 10 times. The steering gearbox worm wheel, a part that Honda says it improperly produced. The result of this production deficiency is a swelling worm wheel protruding into the worm gear, creating a sort of binding inside the steering gearbox. In simpler terms, Honda says that there is a potential for a significantly increased steering effort should the steering gearbox failure occur, prompting the company to issue a precautionary recall. And they say here's a better picture of the Type R, which, again, if I won the lottery, I'd buy one of those. I mean, that'd be so, I love my Gen 10 Civic Si. I wish they had a coupe still for the new Honda Civic, but I partially digress. If I won the lottery, I'd definitely get one of these. And they say that, quote, 2024 to 2025 Acura Integra Type S, which, again, it's the same core vehicle, but they make it fancier, well, different styling, different materials, very similar to General Motors with Chevrolet and Cadillac. Now, again, they say, quote, the 2024-2025 Acura Integra Type S and the 2023-2025 Honda Civic Type R are among the most notable vehicles recalled, but hardly the only ones. Oh, geez Louise. It also includes, well, shoot. I have to check. I might have to call them myself. Also, actually, no, I don't. I have a 2018. Whew. Although they sell that water pump recall. Ridiculous. But nevertheless, they say, quote, the 2022 to 2025 Honda Civic, 2023 to 2005 CRV, 2023 to 2025 HRV, and 2023 to 2025 non-Type S Acura Integra are all included, with National Highway Traffic Safety Administration estimating about 1% of the nearly 1.7 million units recalled will actually turn out to suffer the problem. Now, they say, quote, filings with the NHTSA say that owners should look out for an abnormal noise and or a momentary sticky feeling when the vehicle is operating and the steering wheel is turned. Complaints filed by owners of this array of Honda vehicles include a consistent mention of progressively sticky steering wheel feel, especially at high speeds, which especially isn't good because, again, the Civic Type R, granted, a lot of them are pavement queens, they just go to car shows. It's made to be a fun track toy, so especially something you don't have to worry about, losing the ability to turn. Again, you're not going to a drag strip with a Civic Type R. I mean, you'd probably be laughed at, but realistically, they're great for circuit racing and track use. Now, say, quote, there is a remedy available. Honda says dealers will replace the worm gear spring and redistribute/add grease as necessary, free of charge, as always. Notably, Honda engineers adjusted the worm wheel pressure angle, tooth tips, control valve, as well as the spring load specification for further assistance. Revised steering gearboxes were introduced in the model produced after August 30th, 2024. Owners who have paid out of pocket for issues related to the steering gearbox may be eligible for compensation as well. The recall was prompted by the federal probe of a steering issue back in March 2023. Honda says it received its first complaint of the issue back in September 2021, prompting the company to begin an investigation in November 2022. Which, a little bit of time lapse there. Working with NHTSA, Honda continued to revise the steering gear production process throughout 2023-24, though the rate of complaints in the summer is what ultimately caused the recall. Now, kind of insult to injury. Now, it looks like there's actually already been some issues in terms of detrimental. Now, they say that the NHTSA has received reports of 13 crashes related to the issue. And They do not specify if it was detrimental or not. Let's see here. So hopefully these people didn't actually didn't pass away from this. Hopefully it was just a crash where it wasn't a fatality. But definitely not great for the reputation of Honda, because again, Honda is known for one thing and one thing alone: reliability. I mean, when I was looking at getting a new vehicle, I mean, I looked at the Ford Focus ST. It had more horsepower, more torque than the Civic Si. Truth be told, it was a little more fun to drive. But I went for the Honda Civic Si because the Honda is reliable. And truth be told, turned out the assemblers at Ford actually were putting Mustang gaskets onto a Ford Focus, which eventually caused a leak, which not very smart. And then again, Honda's known for being reliable. And the fact that, again, it's also not good for the premium brand of Honda. The premium in terms of, again, this is like the top trim levels, the Acura as well as the Type R. I mean, that's the ones where, I mean, they're successfully selling at over sticker $10,000 plus, which to me is ridiculous. I always tell people, if you can get a Honda Civic Type R for like 33, 35 grand, great value. I mean, the sticker price alone, I think, is about 45 grand. Then dealerships slap on a 10 grand market adjustment. It kills me that people still pay for that. To me, at that price point, you start looking at used Porsches, but that's just me. But again, your brand is known for reliability, I mean, above all else. And have such a detrimental issue that's core. I mean, this isn't just like a broken light on the dashboard they can easily swipe out, or a simple software update. I mean, it's something that's core to the vehicle infrastructure, one of the core things the car needs to do, which is turn. I mean, this isn't a Dodge Challenger. You're just going to go in a straight line really fast, and well, admittedly, you'll have fun. But this is an issue which is, core to the function of the vehicle. And again, it's always free to the consumer. Now, don't get me wrong, dealerships hate this because the pay rate for the dealers to fix this is at a discounted rate. The manufacturer pays them back, but all the techs don't like working on warranty work because it's paid much less than their standard service rate. And if you tell the customer hates it because inconvenience time, depending on the dealership, maybe you do or do not have a loaner vehicle. Maybe you have to touch a stranger, go into a side Uber or Lyft. And overall, just chisels away at the brand reliability, just the brand durability overall. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love Honda. My parents bought a 2001 Honda Accord new, and we're pretty frugal people. I mean, to this day, it still runs like a champ. It's had a couple of small issues, but I mean, the glory of the internal combustion engine is, phenomenal. A little disappointing. It's an automatic, so it's, not the most fun learning to drive as a kid. But don't get me wrong, it's a great durable vehicle. I kind of think Japanese engineering and reliability of all cars kind of peaked in 1990s, 2000 era. But again, having another recall Honda that chisels away at your brand identity of being reliable, especially that, again, it hurts all the vehicles, especially the premium vehicles that you're showcasing and people paying a premium for. And again, it's a fun track for you. You should be durable, tough as nails, especially when it comes to the core thing of turning. I gotta say, Honda, that recall for steering, it's gotta be the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know I can make sure better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.